The idea that now we're talking about trying to catch a break this summer and that you're talking about another wave potentially next fall, I think most people, the conventional wisdom, especially in the business community, but even more broad than that, is you get to this summer, hopefully with enough vaccination, and this is, I don't want to say gone from our lives, but for those who are vaccinated, the view was that it would be gone, that it would be something you wouldn't worry about. You would get on the plane, as Becky was talking about, and sure, people would wash their hands, but the idea of not necessarily going indoor restaurants or going to see your friends indoors, is that off the table? I'm just trying to understand, once you get the vaccine, is the view that you're still going to be contagious to some degree and therefore you can give it to somebody else? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Look, I've said that I think next fall and winter will look like, if we do things right, will look like a very bad flu season when we have a poor match between the vaccine. We're still going to see people get sick. There will still be people who die of COVID next winter, but it won't be epidemic. But it will circulate. There'll be outbreaks. People who are vaccinated will have substantially reduced risk of having a bad outcome. I think there will be life getting back to normal, but it won't be normal like 2018. We're going to be doing things differently going forward. We're going to need to be more careful about respiratory pathogens, especially in the fall and the winter. So I think you're going to see things different. I don't think people are going to jam, thousands of people into a room again. I don't think we're going to crowd 50 people into a conference room that holds 10. I think we're going to be more mindful of those kinds of public exposures going forward. And that doesn't mean we can't get back to doing a lot of the things we want to do, and it won't seem some semblance of normalcy, but it will be different, at least for a period of time. Getting to there
Scott,
is dependent upon getting the vaccine rolled out successful.
Scott, what about concerts?
Look,
what about people getting on air? Would people get on airplanes without with a mask? That you'd have to wear a mask, you think, on airplanes going forward, even if everybody on the plane were vaccinated?
Look, it's hard to predict exactly what it's going to look like, and it also is dependent upon making sure we get the vaccine rolled out. And I think we're going to find that demand for the vaccine beyond maybe 90 million Americans isn't that great, and we're going to struggle to vaccinate incremental people above maybe 90, 100 million Americans. You think only 90 million adults get the flu vaccine each year. But I think, it's going to be harder to get across the threshold of a public venue with a fever. I think we're going to see fever guns outside venues. I think we're going to see people queued up differently. We're not going to cram people in to small spaces as they line up. I just think things are going to be different. Just like they're different when you go through an airport now after 9/11, I think things are going to be different in terms of how people move around. I don't think masks will be mandatory next fall and winter if we can get the vaccination rate up and if these new variants go away or don't become prevalent. But I do think a lot of people will want to wear masks, and that's okay. I think things are going to be a little different. It's not going to be like it was, in 2017 and 2018, where we didn't worry at all about catching a respiratory pathogen. We're going to worry about it, even if we're vaccinated. But I think we'll worry much less than we're worrying right now, hopefully.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.